we're swapping out a water heater. Some of the tools that you're gonna need are some kind of channel locks, tube cutters, or a Sawzall. We've got solder right there for the soldering. Paste. You can use shark bite fittings, they'll work. But as plumbers, we don't use those, they don't last. We got a screw gun to screw our flue pipe apart. That's a 1/4 inch screw bit. Of course, our torch. We've got crimpers for the exhaust pipe if we need it. Some 1-inch piping for our water heater pan. We're going to be replacing the 3/4 ball valve as well as the gas valve. So we've got pipe sealant. I don't normally suggest using Teflon on the gas pipe because it don't seem to last as well. But there are joints like on top of the heater for the dielectric unions that are a good place to use them because they can absorb the heat and still not mess up with your seal. Alright, there you go. Right, I'll get to swapping this in a second. The big channel you've got on the top, right?
Yep.
Now we've got somewhat of a dry spot. Now we could use our pan. Grab it real quick.
Yep. And I did dry that off too, so that way it's not gonna get the dirty water everywhere. I'm not gonna get too close because we're still dripping, and I don't think.
Perfect, no worries. Of course, I didn't put that gas valve in there. I wonder if I put that back in. I might have one. Gas valve. Of course. I have to go get it. That's all right. One last thing. You don't have a gas valve in the pocket, did you?
No, I sure did. I didn't grab one because I thought they were in the box or in the black iron box.
That's what I thought. I bet they put them in another one for the supply house. Maybe you can go over and clean that. Alright, of course the reason we're switching that gas valve out is because you need a tool to turn that off. Code requires us to have the newer ones that you turn off with your hand. Sometimes you need the 5 wrenches to get them apart, and other times you don't. Supposed to put galvanized in, but if it's existing, we're allowed to keep it. We just can't put no more galvanized in the gas piping. Because they want to make sure that it's black iron because the galvanized rusts. I got a coarse thread there too. It's gonna end up coming out on me. I wonder if I ought not just let's do that. I'm going to put a coupling on in a 90. I guess it would straight back out once we do that. That one's in there. I'm glad I had the pipe wrench for it. These close threaded nipples aren't allowed to be used in the gas line. I've got one right here, so we're going to remove it too. They get thin through the years. Heck, they're thin from start because they have threads all the way through them. We'll pre-assemble our valve so that it's ready when we put it on. The gap that you end up having in between there is like 200 thousandths of an inch. So you don't need a whole lot of pipe sealing on there. Just want to make sure you got coverage all the way around. You'll use that bucket to sit down on that. Nice, tight. Wipe off the excess pipe sealant just so it looks better. Get it all prepped. Still put me down where I want. Not where I want to be. Come out a little bit further. There. I'm trying to go off of that circle right there so I know about the size of the heater. I guess I could have measured it prior to. That sure ought to be. So things are right there, yep. If you need anything, Miss Favor, just give us a yell.
Oh, I'm just gonna shut some curtains and turn on some lights up here.
Alrighty. got everything created, pre-created. Gas is off here, but on back here. Don't suggest this for everybody. Once you've been doing it 18 years, you figure, forget it. Barely get it started. Add a little more just for good measure. And you just change the gas valve with pressure on. Sometimes doing that will blow out the pilot on other fixtures. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay. Whenever you're doing your water heater, you always should do your gas first, because the water is easily manipulated, where it's harder to make the gas piping line up as you would expect it to. I'm going to be replacing this valve up here, so I'm going to open it up to drain the water out of the system. I got the main valve off already. This one happens to have a drain valve in here, which I'm going to use. To help make that water stop coming. Okay. Now, I think I am going to just cut it up top here where the saddle valve is. It's not being used any longer. The saddle valves are always a problem. They don't shut off like they need to. They get lined up. So I'm just going to remove it so that it's not here for a problem in the future. And scramma. Heck, there was a joint right there about ready to blow out. Heck, you can see how lined up it is on the inside of that line. The pressure's already been reduced. And right there at the end of there, so. Probably wasn't doing as good as it could have been doing anyway. That may have been why they shut it off. So I'm just going to take tube cutters. You use tube cutters, hacksaw, sawzall, whatever you find or have available. Okay, the key to getting good solder joints is getting good pipe, clean pipe. Use any kind of sandpaper, 120 grit is what I use. SOS pad. Those green pads I use for cleaning dishes with will scour the pipe up real nice for you. Just want to stir your paste up, and some of the active chemicals will go to the bottom.
This is dripping a lot of water over here, is that right?
I end up having, it started coming out on me pretty quick over here when I started fooling with it, so I went over, the quickest way was for me to go over and just open that up to relieve the pressure off of it some more. But I'll make sure that I get that cleaned up for you so that you don't have to worry about it. Right. Some people put the ball valves to the sides and one to the front. It's dog style. Don't really matter. As long as you can turn it off and on. When it comes to getting a good solder joint, you can't use enough flux. When I started plumbing, I'd only put it on one of the fittings, and it would work. Then I started doing the construction, having to test the water lines. I found it's a lot better to put it on both sides. Hopefully when we heat this up, it don't want to fall out. Let's see if we can do something. Something to hold it in place. Once the solder starts dripping, you know you got it packed full. They say the solder goes toward the heat. And you start on this side, let it shoot in and taste the heat. Always put a little bit on there so I know when it starts getting hot enough. And then back the flame off. Solder kind of sucks in there because of the flux. Too much heat will make the solder bubble, and then you'll get a leaking joint. So you definitely want to back it off if at all possible. Once the solder starts melting, just like wiping them off while they're still nice and hot to get all that flux off there, because it'll turn the pipe green. Even if it's a brand new joint, brand new fitting, all that. That flux is corrosive. Alright, so then I'm gonna get a measure height I come up with. What was my measurement we had? 60,
It was 58 plus the
I think
brick.
it was.
It was 58 or 59 before the brick, I believe.
Push it up, get a, heck, it won't push up near as much. And we're gonna go up to 63 on this one. Okay. I'm gonna get my water heater pan in place. This one we're gonna put on bricks. Not necessary, but sometimes it's beneficial. There's a flood in the basement, or if you want to absolutely make sure it's coming out of the bottom of the heater, you can see it. On our dielectric unions, you can use female adapters. If you do, you have to use Teflon, or you have to pre-solder your fitting. We put the Teflon on there. The dielectric unions, I used to use pipe sealant, then I went to a phase where I done both of them. The dielectric with the Teflon is plenty good. There's certain thicknesses of Teflon. This one's a little more heavy duty. Let's get a bunch on there. But yeah, you still want to be able to see the threads when you're wiping on. You put the Teflon on and then you start trying to put your fitting together and it starts pushing the Teflon off. You've got it twisted on the wrong direction. And you can still make it seal, but maybe a little harder. That's what the 1/4 inch bit was for. We're going to remove our 3-inch reducer because the top of our new flue cap has the option of 3 or 4. 4-inch gives it better airflow. I'm going to take that out on this one.